And we are live. How y'all doing? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, let me get my stuff back up here. Yeah, this mouse is fighting. Wait a minute. Okay.
Ooh,
All right. We
people
are, what is today? Saturday? Saturday.
Yes.
So this is the last of my series of lives. I was live on my channel Sunday. And then Adrian was live Monday, and then I was live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Saturday. So I put Blissful Divination's channel down in the description box, and you make sure you go over, you hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Make sure you turn the bell on, as she does post regularly.
Yeah.
I watched your last two, I think, readings. Well, the one on DMX and then the one on Prince Philip, I see. Those are the last two I see. So y'all make sure you go over and you watch. And I love the Lenono cards. Every time somebody else uses a form of divination that I don't use, I understand it. And then if I try to use it myself, it goes right over. But when they do it, I get it.
I was happy, like he could explain it well, because I wanted everybody to hear it the way I heard it. And then I think you should have a foundation before you go jump off, do your thing. So that's why he was like, I jumped off and did I jump off and did my own thing. But, that's how it is with your teacher. You can't, your students are going to grow and fly. So I'm excited. Like, I love the cards. He had a deck I don't have, and I was looking at him like, you hit this deck from me. He was like, in a couple of weeks. I was like, Paris, I got needs.
Yeah, y'all come on in the room.
Come on in the room.
You had your second shot today. Well, good, Fred. I'm glad you had it. Glad you could get it. There's a lot of people having a problem even getting the darn thing.
My daughter is eligible, and I'm not, but she lives in a hot spot area. I'm like, don't burn it.
Oh, you got them too, J-Lo? They look interesting, and it looks a little more refined than Lenormand. Lenormand's got more cards than Lenono. So it's what now, mind you, I've said this a lot of times. It seems easier. I'm not doing it just so for the record.
It is. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The 20 cards is an appeal to me. That was an appeal to me. Was 20 cards because trust me, I got so much going on in here and so many stuff out here. Like, I can't be trying to push in like 78. Remember when I used to message him like, how you remember all of this? I was like, can I just do the major? You were like, you can do the major. I'm trying to do the major. You don't want to talk.
You want. Some people
tell a story with them. I couldn't do crap with tarot. I have to go intuitively. I have to listen. They have to tell me what to say. Because I ain't remembering.
There was one lady, she told me she uses the pip cards. No, she uses like the wands and the cups, and then the majors, and then nothing else, or something of that. She has a combination of cards she uses. It totals like 40 or something like that. She doesn't use all the cards, and she said, well, of course, naturally, she had people say, oh, well, you're going to miss this, and oh, you should have that. No, you bought this, you do what you want to with it. First of all, that's number one. Number two, don't let somebody tell you what your spirit is going to help you do. Because you are not, every time I pull a card, you're not the one talking to me. So the one talking to me is the one that needs to help me with this card. So you do whatever you want to do with whatever you bought. Amen and hallelujah.
People like this guy named Alejandro Jodorowsky. He made a replica. What do they call it? I forget what they called again. This deck, anyway. It's another style of the deck, along lines with Sibylla and all them. They got them weird pip cards that don't have people in them. It just got like sticks and stuff like that. Like, they can look like sticks. It got sticks and swiggles for me. But so he just does readings, right? When he does quick readings, he just uses the major arcana, and that man be spot on. Like,
because major arcana is what it started with. That's all you really need. The other stuff is detail. The major arcana are the tent poles. This is what the life sits on. So that's all you really need. 12 card, 22, 21, 20 something, 22, I think. That's all. Because every minor arcana, there is something in the major that represents it. When fighting, there's a fighting card. You want, love, there's a love card. You want marriage, there's a marriage card. Pregnancy, there's a pregnancy card. There's one for all of that.
There is. And that's the problem with me, is remembering which one, like, because it's so many. Like, I can't see how people are reading reverse. I'm like, y'all is
Reverse doesn't work for me because it takes too long. I have to stop and think too hard, and it's like, no, I'm not doing it. And mind you, it's 78 cards. Reverse just means now I have, 156 cards? I no, thank you. I got to memorize a whole nother system now.
Thank you, Connie. I'm glad you liked it, because I was nervous. Like, I was nervous because, like,
seen that just now. I ain't watched it yet, though.
Oh yeah, I was nervous. I had to, but it came out good. I was very happy. Like, you know how you have a teacher or whatever, but then you try to translate that and make it be like, I didn't know if we were going to have chemistry. You know how that awkward. I was so scared it was going to be that awkward interview, but it wasn't. I was so happy. I was like, thank you that I didn't knock the computer over. Stranger things have happened. So
speaking of which, I'm turning this mouse the other way. Because I was telling Shay, when you go to grab the mouse, these two buttons right here make your page go forward and backwards, which is a bad thing for me right now, because that means I would disappear and go to the last page I was on, which is not what I want to do. So, but we shall get started. We'll start with the little fluff. We'll do some gossip. As Lena Rodriguez says, not enough gossip. So we'll do some gossip. Sharon Osbourne, we'll start with her.
Okay.
And Cheryl Underwood said that they have not spoken. Sharon Osbourne apparently released so-called text messages saying that she did reach out to Cheryl. I guess Cheryl just didn't reach out back. But is Sharon Osbourne going to let this thing go, or does she want revenge for her reputation being ruined?
She ruined her own reputation.
She did.
Nobody told her to open her mouth. But we're going to look.
But is she going to take it that way? This is Ms.
You know what? I wouldn't have emailed her back neither. She just looking for some more receipts or something dirt to throw out there.
Which what she did. This is exactly the thing she did.
Okay.
Do this her.
Yeah, it's about she trying to get some more notoriety, some fame, trying to get some more attention.
All right, let's see what this say.
Yeah, she's trying to get some more money. Some more money out of the situation, because first thing we have is, what it is on the surface, what she's trying to do. She liked her job. She liked her job. We have the heart, we have the clover, we have the heart, and the lion. So the lion was in the middle, sandwiched between the heart and the clover. Okay, so she loves her work, and she feels like she got cheated out of that. It wasn't so much about the money as it was
that star. She wants that notoriety back.
Yeah, like it made her be her own person. And we have so now, like, she got sudden changes. She's trying to find some other opportunities. Okay, so she's got her eyes on these. She has her eyes on these opportunities. That's what she's looking at. And because it was such a sudden change, right? She did not expect that week to go like that. She did not. And now the final three I'm going to pull on that is self-serving, the media. She's really upset because now she's trying to play the game. right? And she's out there by herself, not where she thought she was going to be. And we have clouds for the uncertainty and the worry. And we have the communications, these uncertain communications. That's talking about the email right there. But she did that to be self-serving. So, yeah, she's not. In my opinion, she needed to get ignored and left on red because she was up to no good. Don't you know no good? Yes, she was. That's what they said. Don't you know no good?
So she starts with the death card and the 3 of Wands. So I don't think she's going to let this go, and not simply because there is a story. People, I guess, in London know her, or in England, I should say, know her a lot better than we do on this side of the pond. So there is a story that came out in one of their papers about a long time ago how she used to take her child's fecal matter and put it in a Chanel box or a Tiffany box and mail it to the people she did not like. So that way they get a box, they think, oh, somebody sent me some Tiffany, and it's full of kid poops. So this is the person she was. This is the person she is, if you still ask me. Because here with the High Priestess in the tower, she is still trying to take somebody down here in secret. She wants something to come out to where they're all or bad as worse as she is, or something of that nature. The Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, she wants that back. She wants her notoriety. She wants her stardom. All she cares about is her pleasures here with the sacral chakra. That's all she wants. She wants to get back into it. Just like you said, workaholic. She likes her job. She is on a quest to get it back. She is right now in a period of complacency. She has a identity problem now. Now she's like, okay, I'm not as famous anymore. I'm not on TV anymore. What am I going to do with myself? It's not even the money. It's the notoriety. It's the fame. She's addicted to that part too. Because everywhere she goes, she's Sharon Osbourne. Now she's just Sharon Osbourne.
A racist.
Yes, a woman who got kicked off of TV for being a racist.
She got $10 million. She could either go sit down and start her own network then, or go get on that one with the Trumps or whoever, all those peoples.
And that's a whole nother thing. You got this big giant payoff, but just like you said, it ain't about the money. She wants to be a star still.
Call your boy. Here's tell your boy you need a job.
And mind you, let's go all the way back. She was a groupie. And this is not me even being judgmental. That came out of her mouth. Because she used to hang around with Ozzy Osbourne and the rock stars and all of that. Ozzy Osbourne was married when he started fooling with Sharon. That's her story, mind you. That she was messing with Ozzy when Ozzy was married. And so fast forward, this is her life now. That's how she got famous, by being, as they used to call them, arena rat or groupie.
Sort of like a Kim K type of situation. This guy came up from nowhere with some mediocre but JJ and turned that into millions. I can't knock them.
Hey, that's
hey,
her back.
Turn them tricks. Turn them. She's turning them.
But like, speaking of love and marriage, Donnie McKirkland, a gospel singer by the name of Donnie McKirkland.
Oh, I love me some Donnie.
He said that he would be alone forever. So, I had one question, but it was messy, so I'll answer this one. Why?
Oh, I know that question.
I was gonna ask. Let's look at his love life, but I didn't want that thing to come out that I think is there. Mm-hmm. But why does he feel that he will be alone forever? Let's say it that way.
Okay, now you done got me.
It's probably going to come out this way anyway.
I'm going to go look at the whole thing.
You go ahead.
Let me look at this whole. Let me get up in this business. That's not how I am in real life. I'm not.
I am tarot newbie. I'm. You know what I am. This is Saturday. I've been an adult all week.
That's another thing about being friends with a tarot reader, right? You know they reading on it. You know they reading you. You know
Girl, what you get?
Girl, am I gonna mess with this person? Her energy all jacked up. Okay.
Goodness. Okay. I'm trying not to be judgmental though.
Oh Lord. Hey, my guys is telling it already. Already. It's the filter.
Oh, that's the
That's the other man.
yeah. That's that a lion?
That's a lion.
That's a lion, yeah. Yeah.
If I were king of the forest.
Yeah. Yep.
All right though. You know what though? I thought he ran a church that's like all love.
They don't have that. I mean, they say that, but
My cousin go to a church.
my thing is, if you have a church that is based upon love, right, and all love, all inclusive, if two men come in there holding hands, are you gonna say something? They're gonna roll their eyes and feel some kind of way at the very least.
Oh,
He said he's gonna be alone forever.
okay, no, they didn't. They didn't talk too much. Okay. Do he got like some kind of is he in a relationship or does he have like a woman? There's a female.
I think he's got children, so he's had a woman.
There's a female there in the situation. He didn't show up. This other man and this other female showed up. Now we looking at this through the filter. So this man, oh dang, the next card is her. He focusing all about her. Like, so this person is focusing on this woman. And then it's opportunity or money, unclear. So in the ring came. So he's got something going on with this woman, and it's also got some financial element. And the clouds is in between them. So this dude is hiding in the shadows. This dude is hiding in the shadows from this woman. So I got the lion, the clouds, the woman, the ring, and the clover. And that's all they had to say about that. So whatever he's hiding, there's a guy hiding in shadows. That's all I got so far. But I'm going to flip. You talk, I'm going to flip and just be nosy.
Thank you. More paper, please. I still appreciate it. They do need some more super stickers. I said that. In his heart chakra, we have freedom, play, being whimsical, letting some joy back into your heart, into your life in this in particular area. His root chakra. This is his security. This is where he feels the safest. That is not there. He needs some balance in that. I think his problem, just chakra related, is there is no real deep down honesty with himself. His earth chakra is Mother Earth. There is something rooted that he needs to deal with first. And I don't think it's necessarily I can't find the right girl. It's I need to figure out who I am. Even at his age, he needs to figure that out first. Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. He wants to move forward. He wants to move on. He wants to carry an image with the star. He wants to carry that image of what everybody else wants with the Four of Cups. It's hard to do when you spend so much of your time being somebody else for somebody else. It's not an easy thing to keep up. Nine of Wands. And there are way too many instances where that's come slipping out what's really there. At the root is the King of Swords. I don't know his sign. I might have to look that up. If he's not an air sign, then there's somebody in his root that he's not being honest with. He's trying to push his own self out, and it's not working. You know who you are, and be honest with that person. Trying to be somebody else for somebody else is going to continue this cycle. You're going to constantly have a problem finding balance in your security, in your identity, in your sphere of being. So I think the problem is not necessarily his love life, it's him personally.
Yeah, because this also could be career. And as I look at these cards, he has And in the first line, he has the lion, the anchor, and then a snake. So it's not clear, right? It's an untwisted path. His foundation is not solid. You would like, if you're going to see a twisty path, you'd rather have the anchor on the bottom, right? You don't want the anchor in the middle because it's not on the bottom. It's just going to float through the water. It's going to slow stuff down, but it's not going to be stuck. And so he has these clouds. I think it's, when I look at all of this, he has some sort of, because you have the lion. Okay, it could go two ways. I'm just saying. He either loved his work a lot, which is probably true, and also that other, there's also this other person, right? Then you have a ring right after the heart. So that person, it feels like it's long term, right? That we got this long term above the clouds. People can't see above the clouds. However, he can't go forward with that, right? Because it was done in the dark, right? So in the house of love, this is the nighttime. This is the moon. You can't see things clearly. You know what I'm saying? So whatever freaky sneaky at night, you know what I'm saying? And he got sex on his mind. He's knighting the lily. I don't know. I feel like he's tangled up legally with a female, but either he's married to his work or he's committed to a man, basically. So it would seem from these cards, but the woman is knighting the scythe. So I think she's wanting to talk about, because you have the scythe and the birds, so that's messages about ending. So they might have talked about separating or splitting up or something like that. He's in his own house. He's not even venturing forth into the streets right now. I think that's the best thing, because you know what it would be? It would be the death of him, I feel like, because you have the cross and the lilies, right? And his fame, he'll be canceled. So it went like this. He'd be canceled. His fame would be canceled, and he'd be out there by himself. So I guess, it's a consideration. Money and fame and all of that is a consideration to all of the reasons why he may just be sitting tight in his own house, in the house of the man.
It translates totally, and I looked it up. He is a Scorpio. That is not him. There is a man in his core, and it's not him.
Well, Scorpios like to do things that's forbidden, like do things that other people don't really do, that taboo. That's Scorpio.
Well, good luck to you, Donnie. Figure yourself out.
I feel like, wouldn't you be free? Well, I guess the money, but I'm like, wouldn't you be free if you just live your truth and then start your own church? You have a church.
His
church where they love everybody.
To be, because he's not fulfilling God's promise and all these other different types of things, because they don't get down with the gay people. So it's like I'm not supporting your career. One of his best friends, what's the child name? She's a singer too. I can't stand her guts. She's so.
Who's best friend? Mariah Carey?
No, Donnie's best friend.
Oh.
Kim Burrell.
Okay.
And so she's on the record as being sort of homophobic, as it will. So that I don't think it would work.
He might lose everything.
Yeah, he would.
We saw that grave. Like, that'll be the death of that career. That mug will be all alone.
Well, let's stay on the topic of church right fast here. We'll start with this one. Actually, no, let's start with the other one because it's messy. Since we're being messy right now, we'll start with this one. So y'all know Jerry Falwell, and he had a pool boy situation, right? To where it was either rumored he was sleeping with the pool boy or he was just watching his wife sleep with the pool boy, but somebody was getting a little more out of the pool boy other than cleaning pools. Ooh. So Jerry Falwell's, I'm going to read you a little piece of something. Wait a minute if I can find it. Jerry Falwell's personal trainer. Now, if you look him up, he looked kind of pool boyish, to where, he looked like they picked him out of a magazine. He don't look like, some anyway. So he is suing Reuters, the website paper thing, because they are ruining his reputation, because now there is a rumor that he is also sleeping with Jerry Falwell and Jerry Falwell's wife. Then now the personal trainer is sleeping with them too. His name is, where did it go? Something Crossroads. He has a Cross White. That's his last name.
Cross White.
Cross White. His name is Cross White. And he is suing because they said his reputation was untarnished before, and now it is tarnished. They have showed pictures of this personal trainer. He said, and now mind you, this was on his Instagram. He said one of the things on his bucket list was to ride a horse bareback. And the petty in me chuckled at that, just like I'm doing now. But one of his bucket list items was to ride a horse bareback, and he did so at Jerry Falwell's house.
Which Jerry Falwell are we talking about? Senior or junior?
Jerry Falwell Jr.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say this old man doing.
And so Jerry Falwell has a lake at the back of his house. Now, the full bucket list item was to ride a horse bareback through the lake or through some water, and that's what he got to do. So he got to look like Fabio on all of the covers of the romance novels. He was riding the horse, didn't have a saddle, and he was going through the lake, and he was cheesing and going on. And so now he is suing Reuters, allegedly. Let me start with that because I ain't got no money for you to come get. Allegedly. What is the relationship between him and Jerry Falwell Jr.?
Okay. And that is the personal trainer. Okay.
Yes. And he did, I mean, there's a video, he deleted it. Jerry Falwell Jr. was behind him doing push-ups, and he was like on the floor. So he was pointing the camera at himself, and you can see Jerry Falwell here. And he was saying, okay, push it. And he deleted that because it looked bad. So what is the relationship like? Allegedly. You went from the pool boy to the personal trainer. Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Get down.
Go ahead. Call Donnie McKirkland. Tell him to come hang out for
Not tell Donnie McKirkland to come exercise these demons.
Tell him you'll find him a personal trainer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lord, they got a lot to say. Y'all want to tell it all? Y'all telling it all. All of it. All of it. They're like, all of it, sis. We're telling all of it. Okay. Hello. Tell it. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. All right, there it is. Ooh, that first sentence is a long one. Only 2 cards was left hidden about their business. I might as well turn it all over because this is about everything about it is their business. It don't even matter. If you only have 1 or 2 cards left, you might as well flip them.
Spill it all.
Okay, so the basis of this whole situation is about his fame and notoriety. Okay, that's what that's about. His reputation, his fame, his notoriety, and all that. And these messages, there's like the media and stuff like that has been talking about it. What y'all trying to tell me? We have above his head is the scythe. So above his head is the scythe, and it's right next to the personal trainer. He's trying to end that relationship, trying to sever that connection with that personal trainer. However, him allegedly sleeping with the pool boy. Him and the pool boy is face to face, right there, and right here next to the moon was done in the dark at nighttime. The nighttime stuffs. And it's been going on a while. Like, that's like their boyfriend. I mean, allegedly. Like, that would probably, if it was going to be anybody, it was allegedly, okay, boyfriend. Material. Boyfriend material for some lucky couple. And she, the wife, I think I get this feeling like she mad, right? You know how like everybody having fun. It's all of us. It's all of us. And then somebody just cut that extra person out. Like it's too much kissing. Wait a minute, you kissed him 15 times and don't kiss me.
Catching feelings or catching jealousy.
Yeah, so she got a block in her love. So there's her, the cross, and then the heart, right? And she's sandwiched in between suffering and uncertainty. So I feel like she don't even know, like, and she's knighting him, and he's causing it. So, yeah, and she knows about what's being done at night. But it looks like she ain't in on it. They not, okay, she did. It looks like, allegedly, that she did, was in on that personal trainer dude. The personal trainer is just there for the sex. Okay, of significance. He likes doing, like, he's like that. It looks like with these birds in his heart, I want to say that I think he's poly. He got a poly spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're just, you know, poly. But they can't say that. Why? Because they evangelicals or something? Like that, right? You know, he's poly. So, yeah, that's their foundation, their home, their families, knighting that. So he's just trying to blow out. He's worried because it's being, you know, he tries to keep that under wraps, their private life private, and it's not private because people are out for fame, notoriety, and money. You know, and it's knighting the fame and the notoriety, the money. So that's what if I had to form my own opinion about this alleged situation, I would say that yes, that they're polyamorous. Like, it's not because he's freaky sneaky. That's just the way that they show love, right? But they can't be walking in their own truth because they're trapped by religion.
Mm-hmm. I get the Three of Swords, like you said. I get the Three of Swords and the Six of Wands, the first two cards. He is trying to end that relationship. He wants to go and stand on his own because this drew him some attention he was not expecting. And now here's the thing, too. This is where maybe life, everybody's parents or grandparents or guardian of some sort has taught you a lesson that you did not follow. And then life taught it to you the hard way. Sometimes life is the best teacher because when it hurts, you don't do it again, or you're less likely to do it again. He should have seen this coming because it happened to the pool boy. The pool boy is here. Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. There's a relationship between the pool boy and those people. So that was already there. They woo you with money and possessions and a good time. You get to go ride a horse on my 1,000 acres or wherever the hell I got it. And you can ride it through the lake. He'll go in.
He's a good horse. I've had him for a while.
And so you get a little enamored with that type of thing because that ain't something you used to. And there is a woman here who either, I'll just say she likes to be dominated. She likes the person with huge amounts of power. And so I won't say it's the personal trainer, but I won't say it's not because it is right next to him. He's got some sort of, as Rihanna says, I like the whips and chains excite me. So it's like,
it's so good being bad.
Might be the thing. I think though he may be trying to play victim now. That's you're ruining my reputation. You lured me into something, not necessarily the Falwells, just whoever it is out there that jumped on this story. So he feels like somebody played him, but should have seen
it was like Nancy said. It was like Nancy said. She thought she was gonna get her "Ooh, baby, you gonna bring that home?" And then he don't want none of you.
Oh, well, that's what happens. So let's stay on the topic of church, though.
Okay.
Fewer
Church.
people are going to church. A few articles I read. Why is that?
A few people are going to church, you said?
Yes, fewer people now are going to church and even considering themselves to be religious. Why is that? And this was something they came up with over the past whatever years. It wasn't like
All the way
because of
to
COVID.
I'm sweating buckets over here, y'all. It got hot. We closed the
It's
window.
the fan is right here. I hope y'all can hear it, but if you can't, I turn it off. Fewer people are going. Okay. Terra Nubi, that's actually what I hear. That's what I heard first. Consciousness is evolving. Something flew out. What is this? Confusion. Interesting. Oh.
I feel like people are starting to access their gifts more, and they're finding that environment to be too restrictive and lacking in love. So we have a cage. Well, we have the cage, and people left the cage to fly free because it's all about love, the vibration and the frequency of love once they break out of the cage. That's what they said to me.
Yep. And I equate that to information. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. What I was hearing was the evolving of consciousness. People have been moving away from church forever. It's just, you say, okay, there's 25 million Christians in one in particular place. Okay, back then, everybody was Christian in that in particular place, not just the 25 million, everybody. So all 50 million that lived there. And then it chopped to 25, then it chopped to 15, and then the 15 will still remain, but only 7 million go to church, and now only 6, and now only 5, and so forth and so forth. It's going to continue that way because of the information that's available to them. And not just that, but some people, can do it by radio, and so you don't have to leave your house at all, and all these type of things. But with the Three of Swords and the Sun, there is also, and this goes along with my oracle cards, the Three of Swords and the Sun, there is a illumination upon what it's really about, because it has become a business, prosperity. It's not necessarily what it's supposed to be. This is the card of vanity. It was supposed to be something else. And so people get a little despondent about getting up early on their one-off day to go to church. There is a different kind of consciousness. What am I doing here? I can get this elsewhere. I can go commune with God on my own. I don't actually need to come here. I don't need to give you my money. That's not really what this was about. So it's a constant evolution of consciousness. It's going to continue. I mean, you're going to always have churches and denominations and things of that nature, but you're not going to always have the audience you once had.
Well, they're doing that because religion was created. Everybody used to be spiritual. Then religion was created saying, no, you have to worship here on this day at this time together, or you're going to hell. And there was intolerance, and it was used to control the people. And now people are being locked free from their prison and knowing what true love is about. Because as the more I watch on the sidelines, the more people are having these scandals. If you were so holy, if you were so perfect as a church leader, why are the scandal?
Yeah.
What you probably would be a happier pastor, have a happier life, and vibrate higher if you had all-inclusive love. What does a person's spirituality have to do with who they sleep with and love?
Mm-hmm.
You love supposed to love everybody, but who you know, what is it? You're supposed to what? Agape love everybody. You know, you're supposed to phileo love everybody, and then what's the other one? There's that one more love, that other love I forget. I can't. But there's that romantic love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does not matter. Love is love. Either way, you have to practice the same principles, whether it's unconditional love, romantic love, or brotherly love.
Which brings up the next question. Somebody left on the community post, which I just loved. It says, "What role does religion play on the other side? Does it play any? What role does religion play on the other side?" Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to think of who can best tell me. I'm looking the way I want them to tell me and not be all crazy cryptic. I'll just go back to that. They'll tell me this. Tell me what dish, y'all. Okay, give me that question one more time.
What role does religion play on the other side?
I got to do a combo. A super existential question.
Mhm.
All right, so this gonna sound crazy, y'all. I just go with it. I don't ask me what I'm gonna try to pull it together the best way I can. But let's start. Okay. Role does religion play? Makes no sense, but okay. So it's kind of like it's teaching you, it's teaching you about commitment. It's teaching you how to connect. It's trying to teach you how to connect to spirit, but it's also trying to religion, not so much religion, but what it started out originally was supposed to teach us how to love. But man got greedy. So it says man got greedy, and religion doesn't have a place over there at all. Religion doesn't have a place there. But it's kind of like we keep coming back here, and people think that's the way to God. That's the way to the creator, and they've been pulled in. So it's not because it's better. It's just because that's the only way they knew how to access God, and they were told that they couldn't access the universe or God or anybody except through them, and that's how they had power over them, to make them feel guilt, to make them feel, so, like all those condemn themselves, if that makes any sense. Because no matter how hard you try, you will never be perfect, and self-condemnation will then always come in, and especially believes in your chart. So religion really doesn't have a law over there. You keep coming back because, like, I like the Tibetan Book of Dead. I have quite a few books of the dead, but the Tibetans were talking about how sleep was a practice for death, and how lucid dreaming was very important in that, and that if you can learn to lucid dream when you die and you can transition better. You will be able to drop your ego. Your ego has been dropped. You've already dropped that. So you won't have to spend that extra time shedding ego. So I just feel like religion just puts all that ego and all that stuff on us, and it just takes us longer to get out, and we wind up coming back again because we won't allow ourselves to ascend. But I'm sorry if that sounds crazy. It all ties in together, but I hope y'all got something out of that. That's some deep, deep questions.
So what I get, I get the Three of Pentacles and the Star are the first two cards. And the Three of Pentacles is expertise, and you're going to a person who has an answer. The Star is exposure. It's also healing, spiritual, physical, energetic, total whole body healing. So what role does religion play on the other side? Here with the Oracle card, it does answer. It says growth, perseverance, and recovery, just like the Star and the Three of Pentacles. So what's supposed to happen is you get here, you get your understanding, you get your training, you get your trials and your tribulations. We call it religion because human beings like to classify things. I'm a Presbyterian. Well, I'm a vegetarian. Whatever kind of a Terran you are, you go ahead with your bad self. But just know when you ascend, you are a spirit. That's it. And so here, through our religion, through our teachings, through our manifestation of things, we are to grow. We are to learn. We are to strengthen our spirit for when it ascends back, it becomes something better than it did when it came down here initially. So if you have to get into your little niches and say, I'm going to hone my spiritual growth through Christianity, through Buddhism, through Catholicism, whatever kind of ism, I'm going to hone my spiritual practices through this. When you get over there, then that's what you go there with. So that's the only, but again, that's not really religion. That's just your spiritual teaching. We call it religion because we got to have a name for it. And then what happens is we pervert it because that's the way human beings do everything. Anything you touch suddenly becomes impure because we put in our agendas into it instead of accepting it as it's supposed to be. That's where the devil card comes in. We pervert it. We change it into something. And then when you take that over there, that is not accepted because it does not need it. You didn't need that when you were here. Your own agenda. This is your fleshy part. Your fleshy part wanted something just to make it happy or to make it whatever. So religion itself does not really play a role over there. The spiritual teachings that you get here play a role over there. So however it is you get that, if you get that through your religion, then okay. But religion itself. So if you are a Muslim, you still go to the same place as the Catholic. You're all in the same light, so forth and so forth.
Johnny, you know what they told me? Okay, so I don't even remember pulling these. I did it. They just appeared in my hand. I'm telling you, I literally come back fuller consciousness, and these are in my hand. And I was like, what does this mean? And I'm like, oh, y'all playing with me now, right? But they told me that the devil was created and it roots you. He roots you to this earth, right? If you are stuck in that, you're going to be rooted to this earth and you're going to come back till you release yourself or free yourself from that entanglement. And they just start talking now. Now they were like, they were telling me that manifestation, we create the other side, what it looks like, what it is, what it'll be. We create that. That's why we're constantly trying to learn manifestation on this side. So when you go to the other side, you're going to have what you manifested. What you believe it is, your pure consciousness. You're going to create that which you believe is there. So you need to spend this time now understanding what you believe so that when you go on the other side, you don't create your hell. You don't create maybe you're going to have your 70, whatever, I don't know about virgins. You know, maybe you're going to be in the Summerlands in the wide open grassy spaces. Maybe you're going to be in Valhalla drinking mead with the gods, like whatever you're creating. So I'm trying to figure out what I need. You know what I'm saying? Where I want to be, what I want to create. And it's like, oh, this is a training ground. This is a training ground. And then the things that you feed here, we feed off of fear, hate, all those negative energies. Why you would be rooted here? is to feed this world. You come back and give them some more. But okay.
Let's say I'm a gummy berryan. You go ahead, you be a gummy berryan. So we go from that. You know what? I'm gonna go back to no. Actually, let's do this one. Speaking of, thank you, Eljet. Speaking of, Ashe to you too. Thinking of fictional places, Bigfoot.
I was just watching that today.
Does, or will Bigfoot exist?
I'm about to hurt y'all feelings because I clicked it off. I was like, God dang, Bigfoot. We got bigger fish to fry. Y'all still messing around with a Sasquatch. Dude, I was watching BuzzFeed's Supernatural Unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this one guy, Ryan, goes around with Shane the skeptic. Now, Shane's a douchebag, but he cracks me up because he's such a skeptic. But he's funny, and it's not like a real serious Ghostbuster show. It's just silliness, but it's funny as crap. So they did the episode about Bigfoot. They go about talking about all this stuff, and Shane, the guy, tries to discount it, or he just discounts it because he's naturally skeptical. But it'd be so fun. There. So let me figure out. I didn't even click to see what they said about Sasquatch, except for when I was a kid, it was a Jersey Devil. It wasn't even a Sasquatch. They even had a song about it that scared the crap out of you. The Jersey Devil is coming this way, creeping down the. I don't even say the whole thing. He live up in the Pine Barrens, y'all.
You got to be Jersey. Oh Lord.
I don't know. Like they have a whole town that has the big. They say that Bigfoot must be a race or a species because people have seen them all over. There's sightings all over. So if it is, it might be a species or something like that of something. Okay. Sasquatch. We want to know if you said if the Sasquatch is real. Is Bigfoot real?
Does, or will it exist?
Does. Oh, let's talk about thought forms. Okay, we're not talking about that. But oh Lord. Okay, maybe he didn't. He could.
The chupacabra.
We've been controlling people with scary stories for years. The boogeyman gonna get you. What do we start telling our children?
Oh, also, commercial break. Go over to Blissful Divination. She did a live stream with Red Lentil Healing about conspiracy theories. It was quite interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I get to be on the next ghost stories.
Let's see.
Next week, y'all. Next Monday, the 26th. I get to be not next Monday, but the following. I get to be on about the ghost stories. I wanted to be on that show so bad. I don't know. Ever since they did that, stuff been going on. So I was like, I gotta talk to somebody. Does it?
I asked the question about the Men in Black. I found that reading interesting.
They did a show on that one too. I was like, go ahead, confirmation. I love it when it gets confirmed. Has he ever, will he, does it? I don't know. They say people love to play. People love to play. People love, and then they have visualization. So I don't know if like they either creating it or they just seeing something for play. You know what I mean? Like it's not real what they're seeing. So it could be to either way, but either they're seeing things or they're creating these sightings, like something's going on where they might be psychically projecting or have created the thought form. That's interesting. That's and thought forms. I find thought forms to be that's a little subject right there, you know, because people have thoughts about hauntings and stuff. They think that people are creating thought forms sometimes. I don't know. It's fascinating though.
I got mysticism and dissipating. So there is a rumor about Bigfoot and, you know, all these type of things. The problem with the rumor and the mysticism around it is you can't find where it lived. You can't find carcasses that it may have fed from. You can't even find its poop. You can't find its sheddings. You can't find things that say, okay, this is a species of something we have no record of. Now, the tarot says there's a family of them and they move all the time. So it's not like one or two. It's a bunch of them, and they're scattered. I do believe they may be North American based, so they're going to be anywhere from south of Mexico to the north of Canada. So it's I think they're North American based, but they do move a lot because I don't see them crossing the water for nothing. So I think they are North American based. But yeah.
Can you ask if they're a thought form maybe, or like, do you think that these people are creating these projections? Because you guys, okay, I'm trying to tell y'all the brain is powerful, you guys, that you can create something.
I get it's a physical thing.
Oh, okay, it's a physical.
It's a physical thing.
It's not.
I've never seen it. I don't think I want to see it neither.
My husband made a great point.
But I also think, again, with that mysticism card, and mind you, it's this goes with pretty much anything. It's not what we think it is. We may think it's, maybe it's just a big gorilla or something, or orangutan, or kind of like we think aliens are supposed to look elongated with weird limbs and the giant eyes like the movies told us, and they may look just like us because they may come from a planet with life like ours or something of that. Like we have to change our perspective on what it is we think we see, or what it is we think it is, and so forth and so forth. So I think, yes, there is such a thing as a Bigfoot, but it's not what we think it is what it says.
Probably, yeah, probably. Because I think that people do like to play, though. They do. Like, we'll take something and run with it as people. But really
it has been called Bigfoot, chupacabra. It's a snow yeti or a yeti. It's also been called a troll, and that brings up my next reading. Little Nas X. He says that he knows he's a troll. That's what he's doing with the whole angel and devil shoes and all that kind of thing. I didn't want to go into the shoe part because I really don't care. I think it was something to gain attention, and he got it. So good for him. But is he going to go down the road of like Tekashi 6ix9ine to where being a troll is going to hurt your career in the long run? Or will this work out for him? Because not all attention is good attention. I know.
He's 21. I'm sorry. I messed with the last album, but this one I ain't feeling. I'm looking at him like, you was mediocre. I need you to turn that auto-tune down. I'm serious. I was not impressed. Hometown Road. Oh, I love that song. But just all this devil and him twerking on the devil, fearless. I didn't see anything wrong with it. So what's her face? Cardi B be twerking on everybody. Girls, boys.
I've never, I don't know. I guess I'm too old. Everything I listen to is old.
Cardi B got her butt cheeks on everything, in everything. He didn't even have no butt. It was just the boots. Was the boots what made him mad, or was it the devil mask? Which one?
I've never heard his song. I've seen him maybe twice, and that's just in the headline. But I mean, you do you. I ain't gonna stop you. You ain't taking nothing off my table, so why should I care?
What was the question?
Is he gonna regret being a troll?
Is he gonna? Okay, so not a literal troll, but like an internet troll.
An internet troll. Okay. Like this Tekashi 6ix9ine. He regretted it.
I'm not familiar with him,
He's you ain't got to be, because he was a strange one. But he actually went to jail, or he actually been a cop. He cop.
Oh, that's the one my son be like, that's a snitch. I'm like,
he had the colorful hair and the tattoos all on his face, and
yeah, my son calls him the snitch, and I'm not allowed to listen to him. We don't listen to snitches.
Because he was involved in drugs and guns, and then he told everybody that was also involved, so he got off and they went to jail. So.
I told him, I was like, I'm kind of feeling this one song. Hey, we don't listen to snitches. My son cracks me up. He's my hip hop guy. He sends me playlists to keep me current.
I don't have that. That's what I need. I need a person who knows things.
But no, because now he's sending me stuff like Little Boo Boo, Pooh Shiesty, like some
Oh, Lord.
Pooh Shiesty. Why would you? That is a person.
What in the world?
Pooh Shiesty. Is he gonna regret it? Let's look. He's committed. He got contracts. He's committed to that. Let me look at him. Let me find him. Where you hiding at? You're gonna be the last card, ain't you? Almost. It's just a self-seeking opportunity. So we have the fox. The fox is all about being independent, self-serving, focusing on self. We got the lilies, which is an opportunity also. So it's just basically an independent thing for him to try to get some clout. You know what I mean? He's going to continue on doing this because he had 80 million views 1 week after he released it. How 81 million people watched that mess? I'm sorry. 80 million people watched it in a week. That's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. He's pulling bigger numbers than DJT.
Yeah.
And then everybody's mad. That's my children. It's my children.
I get Knight of Swords and King of Cups is the first thing. I think the unfortunate part is his career may fizzle out too fast because it doesn't really have longevity. Like he doesn't really make standout music. He doesn't really have something that he can ride from year to year. Like if you have like a really good big Lemonade type album, you can ride it for a couple years before you have to drop your next project. The music that we have nowadays, and it's not even completely his fault. The way we consume music now is all digital. So you hear it every day, all the day, instead of just in the car or when the video comes on. So it's harder nowadays to stay relevant. It is very easy to become famous. So he is, though, going to profit heavily from this in particular thing with the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Heavily. And you do you, boo. So go get it. The Lovers and the Emperor, though, somebody does have his purse strings or somebody does have his career in their hands. So he's not an independent. He is not a person who can even completely control his own destiny. The Five of Cups, I think, again, it will fizzle out. But the thing is, I think he is resourceful enough to when that time comes, he has something else to choose from. So he may be able to go and do acting. He could do voiceovers, modeling, whatever the case. I mean, he's going to have some choices. So it's not like he's going to be destitute and out on the street or nothing. But royalties from the song is if he wrote it. If he wrote the song and he's got the rights to it, then he can eat off of it forever. Like,
Johnny, what do you think about that check? 81 million people watched his 10 minute video.
It's like Dolly Parton and I Will Always Love You. Anytime anybody sings it, she gets a check from it. So she once said, Whitney Houston can have the credit as long as I get the check. So, and that's the way it goes. I mean,
that is true.
You know, Whitney made it popular, and that's good. You give me the check. She can sing it all day long, every day. Give me the check, though.
That's why Michael Jackson owned the rights to a lot of things. Like he owned
50%,
even stuff that wasn't even his.
Sony Records. If you were a artist at Sony Records, he got 50% of your publishing. Mm-hmm. All Garth Brooks, Mariah Carey, whoever was signed to Sony Records, he got 50% of your stuff. Deshaun Watson. I only looked up a little bit about him. He is an NFL player who is being accused of sexual assault. Now, there are 22 women accusing him. These were massage therapists, and he had happy endings apparently from all of them. But they said that they were either coerced, pressured, or just plain old assaulted. Now, one of the women, this is the part that messes up everybody's case. One of the women have come out and said that she will drop her case if he gives her $100,000. She wants a settlement. She don't really care about justice and seeing him go to jail. She wants $100,000, which of course the defense is going to use and say, look, they're trying to extort and this and this. Now, the lawyer for him, I think his name is Rusty, the lawyer for him said that, yes, he did sleep with some of these women, but it was mutual. It was a mutual thing. This was not forced upon them, and this was not coercion, and he didn't rape anybody. So what's true here? Is it really all the women? Is it like what's going to happen to him, I guess?
What's his name?
Deshaun Watson.
An NFL person, you say?
He's an NFL player, active NFL. So that means he still's got some time to go. And
what the heck is the NBA player doing, paying for nothing?
He was getting a massage, and it turned into that, is what he said. Now they're saying that no, he pressured us or whatever the case may be. And then this one woman says, you give me $100,000 and I'll go away. Which, like I say, ruins everybody else's case because now it just sounds like y'all all out for money.
Well, that is a prostitute's kind of like statement, isn't it? Yeah. Just give me my money. I don't need, dang all that. Just give me my money. Give me my chicken. I mean, if I'm going to be a businesswoman, I ain't got time for the foolishness. I already got paid. You're going to pay me again. I'm so excited. Okay, maybe that's just a message. I'm like, why are y'all there? Why y'all forest company me? Well, the first thing they was like, he worried. Of course he worried. Mm-hmm. Or it could also be, okay, so this is all they said. They had all they had to say was this and this. Worry, burden, and sufferings. Or they're saying he wore down their objections, or he, like I'm saying, or they're telling me some story about something's being eaten, some blockages is being eaten away little by little. Or worry and pain and suffering. So let me flip a couple more. Let me look at his house real quick. So the 22 women is in his house. 22 women that's accusing is in his house. They're not even facing him. They're thinking about the past. He's looking forward. I'm just trying to see where that one standout lady is on this board. Okay, so she would be the snake. So okay, yeah, she's worried. I don't know what she's worried about. She got some anxiety. Something's eating her because we have the mice on top of what's on her mind, and it's unclear. She's standing below her. It's uncertainty. So she's not even sure whether or not how this thing is supposed to go. I think that she really just doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to go through that whole trial thing. But he's facing sex. He likes that because it's the heart above his head. Right next, he loves sex. Okay, so he loves that. And underneath the sex is money. and his happy ending. Well, it's cut short, his happy ending. I don't know. Maybe this chick or whatever has happened, his activities, his alleged activities have been cut short due to that. We have who's the lion? Yeah, his work and his career, his family. He's thinking about them, looking at that. Those 22 women are in the past. He felt like they're just talking to the media because he feels like it was consensual. He's saying that it was consensual. I don't see that. They don't see the eye to eye, though. So in his opinion, he thought was consent. I guess that's the way it is. And they didn't see it as consent. I don't see anything. Well, it's unclear with these women. Now that I look at it, they're facing these clouds. It's unclear. I would like to see that they had the sun near them, that they could see clearly that there was no clouds around. So they saw it for what it was. No, they didn't. They weren't sure. So I feel like it could have been unclear that they felt like it wasn't, or they felt like they wanted to or could have. There was some sort of communication breakdown about the contract. So, you know what I mean? I feel like it was, for him, he felt it was contractual because he likes to have a good, after a nice relaxing massage, he just liked that. That's a thing. It's not like, that's just a thing. I like to have a orgasm and then take a nap. I don't know. It's kind of like that. So yeah, like the women, there's a discrepancy about that, and the woman, she just want to get paid. Like she just wants to get paid. She's not even. It's not. I feel like it was consensual, but whenever big amounts of money are involved, you always have this situation. It's always about money, y'all. It really, the underneath, if you track all the traces back, somebody wants to get paid. And he just felt like they were doing their job, if that makes any sense. Like, it's a service. He was using it as a service. He likes sex. He likes orgasms. And these women were offering them for pay, like for services, and he just obliged them of it. I don't know if that, because that's my job, that I am consenting to happy endings. You know what I mean?
What I keep getting is, so he goes in for his massage, and that is his regular thing, to where they do the massage and then they do the extra because they like know him in this area or whatever the case may be. Some of them, however, thought that, okay, they're just giving a massage. And then when you're in this room with this big grown man and you are this not so big as him woman, and he starts to come on with the pressure, or he starts to touch you, or whatever the case may be, there may be a fear or something that goes over you to where, okay, this is not what I want, but I don't know how to back out of this. I don't know how to get out of this, or whatever. I think that a lot of this is consensual, but some of this, at least 4, were not.
Yeah.
And I think that they were here with the 5 of Swords. They were pressured. I don't think rape, even though I'm going to call it that, but it wasn't like a violent type of, like in your mind, what you would think rape would be. But the absence of consent is not consent. So if she didn't say yes, that does not mean yes.
I feel like they were afraid of getting fired.
That does not mean yes.
I feel like they were afraid of getting fired because they're saying to me,
afraid of their whole situation. His thing.
If they said no out loud, he would complain to get fired.
The 3 of Swords. His reputation, however, and this is another thing. It's kind of like Nelly, the rapper. He was accused of rape. He was exonerated, but this is what some people are going to carry away no matter what. But that's his wishes and desires here with the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. He was important. This is an important person. This is an important client. And this is the force, not just force from him, but like you said, the force from the people who pull the purse strings on the other side too.
He's a big tipper.
Just do it. Just make him happy. That does not mean consent. That does not mean that they said yes. It just means that they felt like they had no choice. And it ends, however, with the emperor. I think he's going to get off on this. I think he'll be fine. I clarified with the knight or the king of wands and the six of swords. And I think the reason that he may get off scot-free is because somebody is throwing a wrench into the plan. This is not something you need to, because mind you, this is going to happen in civil court. Civil court, there is a burden of proof that is lessened, so they can nail him and don't have to prove everything. But he can also get off a lot easier too. And so I think he's going to get off, but we shall see.
You know what though? This is 2021. Why are people still getting happy endings? I thought that was like 1958, Vietnam, 70s, Vietnam War. Like, I don't know. In my mind, that's what you see on TV. I didn't even know that these places exist, but they do. When I lived in Jacksonville, Florida, they was raiding this one place, and I was like, "What's happening in there?" It's like, "Oh, they be doing happy endings or something." Like, that's a thing. You could be like, you could just go in there and be like, "I'll have a number 1 with the number 11." You know, like I don't even know how you would go order that. How do you even know that place does it?
That's my thing. I didn't even know that's the place. I guess
word of mouth. Yeah. So you looking for somebody?
How you know somebody to know that? Okay.
Maybe that's where they live in Hollywood. Where they live?
I don't know. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, like wherever. I don't know. I think you know what? They need to just stop. They got plenty of girlfriends for this. They need to go home and be with their girlfriend or somebody because you can't be messing with these side chicks no more. These side chicks do not know their place.
If you're a responsible man, you could, because everybody you fooling with is a baby trap. So if you're responsible, then you won't have no cheering, and then you can get up and walk away, and you have no tie to that person anymore. If you just want to be some, cat daddy out there sleeping with everybody.
DMX had 15 kids.
Yes, he did, Jesus. But he was searching for something on the inside. But 15, Jesus.
Who else got?
He said he really, really liked.
Eddie Murphy got 10.
Yeah.
Like, who does that these days? That's kind of, I found that to be interesting. Like, but I guess if you got the money to pay, but they say that he gave away all his money, so to people, because he was like a giver. So he really didn't. He gave away a lot of his money. So they say.
Well, speaking of lawsuits, DeSantis, the governor of Florida, is suing the federal government, the CDC, so that they can start cruises again. Now, mind you, this is a posturing thing, but I still want to know, how is his lawsuit going to go with filing a lawsuit on the CDC to restart cruises?
Who would want to get on that thing? I'm not going to be the first one to get on it till they sure all the COVID is gone.
Tell him to go.
I'm telling you, be like, you know what? You prove it to me first. You go on that cruise, come back.
As they used to say, give it to your mama first, and then if she don't drop dead, then give it to me.
Weren't those people on that ship for like a month or so outside of Japan or somewhere?
It was a long time.
The longer they were on it, the more people kept getting COVID.
Mm-hmm. Like they needed change of address forms at one point.
Dude, I would have had all that window open. I would have been like, leave it go. Leave it go. I think it was the ventilation system that was getting.
Just nobody had a vaccine. It was you were trapped in a can with a bunch of people who were sick. No mask, no vaccine. Inevitable. But he's suing, so how's this gonna go?
Okay, so the governor is suing because it's hurting pockets. Okay.
Which more than likely some cruise line somewhere is probably giving him campaign donations because.
Is this a Republican?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling all your business. All right, there we go. Phew. So it's about the travel industry. Stork, travel, sun changes. Feel like it's travel because we're talking about travel industry. That would make sense, but we'll keep going. 60 there's blockages, burdens, like the travel industry feel like they can't make it, they can't go anywhere, they're stuck, right? Contracts, they got contracts and bills, they got bills. So this, I feel like this is a move toward that. 8. Okay, so we have either, work, career, or reputation. No, not reputation. Work or career, or another male person that we are not, who was not named. He's working with or doing something with that person. 5. It's not clear. Yeah, so basically, it's tourist money, but they're afraid that they're gonna, I feel like it's a threat. There was some threat to do something by these travel people were threatening, or there's some type of threat by these people because, but I don't see the money card so much, right? I think it's more about votes or constituents or something because, we have them talking about, oh, we're gonna talk to the media, or we're gonna do something, and his constituents, which would be his family, you know what I'm saying? The people that support him. So usually, for me, this has also been a card of like when I do readings about constituents or voters or whatever, I use that person's family because it's like family to them, I guess. They don't want to treat them, but it's something sneaky done in the dark, right? So they have something going on. Let me turn over the house. And the man is in the house of clover, which is money, right? So he's already in that house. In his house, yeah, we have that next to that. Let me flip the rest of the way. Yeah, it's basically help us, do something, man. We're losing money hand over fist, losing out on opportunities. Our money is being whittled away. So yeah, basically, this is about the one question that you have. Give me the one question because it's telling me everything. So what's the one question that you want me to defend? Like, it's telling me everything.
His court case, because he's suing the CDC.
Is he going to win the court case?
Does it go anywhere? Yes.
Wow. He's far away from the sun. So the sun would be a yes. So we got the side that between him. We have the cross. Something blocks the legality. So I'm going to. He's going to have a hard road. I know that then. He's going to have a hard road because he got the clouds between him and the sun. He got the clouds and the scythe. So I'm going to go with no. I'm going to lean towards no. As things stand now, I'm going to lean towards no. He's not going to win his court case. Or it's going to be a dogged out, dragged out, long affair.
Mine starts with the 2 of Wands in the Hermit. So it never takes off. It says isolation and loneliness. The 2 of Wands means you never leave the castle. You're still planning something, but you don't have anything in motion yet. So it doesn't take off. It ends in the Page of Swords. So that's a no for me for sure. Like, just, this is posturing. This is him beating his chest and trying to appear tough. He's also trying to run for president too, or rumored to run for president in 2024.
Everything's about to open back up. Why are people being like idiots?
But there's your forgiveness. He's trying to get the cruise companies forgiven, and there's abundance because it's always about money. And then there is perseverance because they are paying him. They are, so that he is getting campaign donations from somebody. Because mind you, I think it's Carnival Cruise. I could be wrong on the name, but it's one of them Carnival Cruises or somebody cruise that they are stationed in Panama somewhere, and so that they don't have to pay American taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And when the bailouts happened, they didn't get any money because they're not an American company.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, they operate out of here. They're just stationed there, so they don't have to pay taxes. So they screwed themselves on that, and now their boats are just little rubber duckies, I guess, because they're just bobbing in the water. You can't do nothing with it now. So
They told me that he takes money from people, allegedly, and then don't deliver, like he stalls them. I feel like he's going to stall them, take their money and stall them.
Because he can't do nothing for them.
Yeah, he can't. Because they're getting ready to open up. Youall almost what? What are y'all at, 30-something? Or what are y'all at percent?
It's in Florida, too. So Florida, they got their own little ecosystem going on there.
I don't know.
But speaking of everything being wrong, Mike Lindell is the My Pillow guy who has been going on TV showing his whole ass and losing his whole mind. So I want to look into his mental health, and then we'll do a business checkup and see how his business is doing. Mike Lindell. What's these cards? Right. Mike Lindell. Mental health. Business. We'll do business with these.
Where'd I put you?
He thinks Trump is the Messiah still. So then go mental health. Trump's Kool-Aid is coincidentally bleach. So yes, I believe he definitely drunk it for sure.
It's a powerful Kool-Aid. It's a powerful.
Thank you, Desiree. Oh, and somebody else. Oh, hell, it was way up there too. I forgot who. I'm sorry, I missed somebody because I meant to say it. But thank you, whoever that was.
I think his mental health is just fine. Because he, in his eyes, he's focused. He knows what he wants, right? He's got his eye on the thing that he wants. And he's going to take time. He's like, he's living luxuriously. And he has an agenda. He's just going right along. He goes, you know what I mean? Like he's
crazy like a fox.
Yeah, like he feels like he's checking all the boxes. Like he's doing everything right. Like, I don't know. This guy is delusional. Well, I mean, so by whose standards do you think is mental health? So in his mind, they want to talk about in his mind, he don't see himself as crazy. It says, why I'm awesome. He's like, I'm awesome. Like, he just, I don't even know. Like, in myself personally, I'll be like, yeah, he got a mental problem. And probably the whole world will think so too, but not him. He thinks he's doing everything right. He's ticking all the boxes. It's textbook. He's pleasing. He's pleasing to whoever he's trying to please. If that makes any sense.
Thank you, Redland. I start with his business here. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. It's still going to go. I mean, it'll be downsized, but it's still going to go. It might be not so much international, but it is definitely going to be national. However, he is slowly bleeding money. And the problem is he doesn't know how to fix this. The Three of Wands, there is no ending to this. It's just going to keep going. The Four of Pentacles is your card that lets you know you need to start saving, that you need to start hoarding because leaner times are ahead. However, what I think the thing he needs to stop doing is stop trying to pay for political influence, because that is costing more money than it is actually doing for you, because you're not going to get a job in the Biden administration because you're not a Biden person. You didn't get a job in the Trump administration. You're not even a part of Trump's campaign. You're just somebody who will be the stepping stool for him, but you're going to put in more money than influence you're going to get back. So if I were you, financially speaking, I would go take my money and go sit the hell down somewhere and stop paying political people for influence that you're never going to get. His mental health, he has a problem with his throat chakra naturally because he don't know how to speak the truth. His relationships is also here with his sacral chakra. So the things that he wants, the things that he desires, the things that his desires control him. And therefore, that's all he can speak. That's all he can tell you is the things that he wants and try to corrupt what's not giving it to him. Telling you that, maybe Democrats are all lizard people and they're going to eat your children or something, or whatever the case may be. He's going to say what he needs to say to get what he wants, but he's not getting it. So that's the part that I'm like, you need to stop trying to hire or pay for political influence. You're not getting anything out of this. But if you want to keep banging your head against that rock, you go right ahead.
Well, he thinks in his business, he thinks he's being smart, right? But he don't have the kind of intelligence that he needs to run that business. He believes that he does, right? But actually, he's immature in that. Like, he's not even. It's like a child, right? Like the way he's doing things. Like, he's doing some sloppy stuff right now, just sloppy. So possibly, as one of the subscribers said, he should probably retire. So like, I'm gonna retire because you're gonna put your foot in it till you ain't got nothing. The My Pillow guy, like, you didn't even come up with a decent name. My Pillow. What should we call it, Dad? Call it My Pillow. The pillow I made. It's my pillow.
Well, speaking of stopping things, Facebook information. A lot of people's phone numbers and contacts were leaked out into the public sphere. So my question, this is a big conspiracy, so you can take it with a grain of salt if you want. Was the information stolen or was it sold?
From who? I didn't hear in the beginning.
From
who?
Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook said our phone numbers and contact list was sent out to the world. Now, this has happened many times before. Was it sold or was it stolen?
Oh, Mark. Come on, Mark. Come on, Zook, the Zookster. I'm so glad I didn't get them fools my phone number. But they probably got it somewhere else, probably.
Yes, Karma. There's a thing, there's a little service of Facebook where it's supposed to help you find Facebook profiles from the people in your contacts list. So if you connected the two so that it could search for people, then that's the stuff that also went out in the world. So it's supposed to be if you connected your phone number and your contacts list with Facebook, then they had it. I don't even need to go no further. Okay.
The filter is the phone numbers. So that's what they want to talk about. I'm telling y'all, any other night these cars be like, nope, we're not talking. They just all like they done had a glass of wine and they just Cathy. Longest, yeah. Everything. All right, here. Okay, so the first thing I want to start talking about is the phone numbers, the leaked phone numbers. And let me see. Okay, they thought they had, they thought that their security was tight enough on that, but it wasn't, apparently. I got the woman as the phone number, the man as Facebook. It didn't show up. Facebook itself did not show up. The Clover would be sold them, did not show up. Fox, if it was stolen, did show up. So I'm just going to flip all the way. It wouldn't tell me. It wanted to talk about the passwords and the security, all of that.
That was the problem in the past.
Yeah. They want to tell me about the passwords. I didn't ask about the password, you guys. I just. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So let's see. Let's find out for the Fox where the pass. So Facebook is the man. Okay. Are they denying it? Like, are they denying something about it?
They are saying that
Something about it.
Yes, they knew that this was a problem, but it was not. It was actually a statement they used in the past. They just reissued the same statement. So it was not an onus on, yes, we messed up because, thank you, Catherine. They're saying that this type of thing happens. Basically, like, it happens. But no, they're not owning this. They're saying this is the kind of thing that happens sometimes.
They had so they have a lot of hackers all the time. They have a lot of people trying to hack them on a pretty regular basis. You got the hackers, like the people that will steal it. They try all the time, right? And usually it gets blocked, but it's more closer to being stolen. Like it actually was stolen by these group of hackers that likes to mess with them. Like there's some people out there that hate Mark Zuckerberg, and they will do whatever. But as usual, Facebook is going to use this as an opportunity because he's knighting the lilies, and he's also knighting the key, which can be answers or secrets, unlocking the secrets, also being passwords, right? So he's going to make an opportunity out of this. And what is he going to do? He's going to do something about like a blocker, you know what I mean? Like some more technical, however you could block people with software or something like that. He needs to check out those back doors by those dang developers. You know how the developers who program the stuff, a lot of them can leave a back door. They leave back doors to themselves. So if they got to go in and fix some stuff, they need to check their back door. They need to check the back door of that. They try so much that only a small percentages of it work, but when they work, they like it. They keep him. It's like they keep him from being happy. Like they hate him. They're only doing it because they don't like him, because they think he's something about him. Yeah, but that's all I'm getting right now is that I'm more leaning closer towards that they were stolen and not sold, because the money card, the card I programmed for Clover, is way far from it and the phone numbers and the actual breach. So yeah, my story is they were stolen by hackers that hate Mark Zuckerberg, and they vow to see his downfall, even if they got to just be like annoying ankle biters. They just whatever they can do.
Thank you, Letitia. I get first the Page of Pentacles, and then I get the Devil. They got some sort of deal that worked out between somebody. I think also it could be both. I didn't get the Seven of Swords, so I didn't want to say stolen, but the devil is the devil. The problem I'm finding in this is because you have the Justice and the Ten of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
They know who to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because they know who is behind this. And I think they know who behind this is because somebody who works at Facebook let them in,
Mm-hmm.
or they left the door open.
Mm-hmm.
This is not completely stolen, but is not completely sold either. So it's stolen in the sense that this doesn't belong to you. Absolutely. But somebody's got a backdoor greasy palm deal somewhere in this situation.
They sold the back door key to the back door to somebody because Facebook didn't sell it. It was that person that one of the people that worked for them sold the key to the back, like how to get in.
Because those actions are going to continue to be burdensome. So this is going to be an ongoing issue, but it's an ongoing issue pretty much for anybody because the digital age, everything has a backdoor to it. And so it's, there's no privacy in the world. But as somebody at Facebook is not on the up and up, that's what they need to look into.
Well, you know what? If you treat your people in such a way, you're going to reap what you sow.
Speaking of that, there are three, I think, I'm just saying black people. I don't know if it was black women. It might have been. But anyway, 3 black people are suing Facebook. They're trying to bring to light, not so much get money. They're trying to bring to light their experience. They went for an interview and was told they didn't fit the culture. Now, I don't even want to look at the lawsuit so much. What I want to know is, what did not fit the culture mean? For the benefit of the doubt, this one little thing I shall introduce, just in case the cards want to lean that way. Sometimes you can carry an energy or a purpose in your career that does not fit this group of people. So you wouldn't fit the culture. If you are just not a person we see getting along with everybody based upon this interview, then you don't really fit the culture. And then on this other hand, you too dark to sit in this room with all these people, so you don't fit the culture. Which one is it? Was it racism, or was it really they didn't fit the culture?
You're going to get me. Okay, so you put it in a nutshell. I'm so sorry. I was trying to get some water. I was trying to ventriloquically talk to my husband to pass me my water, and then he was ignoring it. Like he had his headphones on, so I'm just like, Reverend. Like, I'm trying to get his attention because he's supposed to be on standby, being my assistant. He's fired. Okay, so please, I'm so sorry.
Is it racism, or did they not fit the culture?
For which company?
Facebook.
Okay. About the person that stole it?
No, these are 3 black people who are suing Facebook because Facebook, they went for an interview for a job. And they were told they didn't fit the culture.
I'm sorry, I was having a moment. One of the menopausal moments, possibly. Okay. I read about that.
They didn't fit the culture, they say.
Facebook's culture.
So I start with acceptance and rejection, believe it or not. And then there's wisdom and release. We tie those into the tarots. I got the Emperor, which is the person of authority. This is the one who held the yes or no on the job. And there's the people. The new job. The Two of Cups and the Four of Swords, I think the mind was made up beforehand that these in particular people were not going to be a part of their culture. Now, interestingly enough, I'll say yes, of course, there is a hint of racism into this too, but I'm getting something a little deeper here with the moon card. Like, I don't think he liked them, period. Maybe he didn't want not just black people, but black women, or black women who look like this, or it was a whole bigger thing than just the skin. It was the skin plus other things. Because they were qualified with the Lovers and the King of Swords. This was a job they could do, but it's not a job they got because of what they looked like. So I think the whole thing was against them.
Okay, so I programmed the man card to be Facebook. I charged the woman card to be the employees who didn't fit with the culture, as they said. The lion card to be racism, and the lion card is the culture, and the moon is the racism. And what we have is, first of all, Facebook and the people did not see eye to eye. They're looking in two separate directions. Let's see what I like. Facebook is right there with the lion. So they're that's a thing. Like, they're very connected to, they've been doing this for a while as a blanket statement for who we don't want to work with and see every day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to deal with her. I know how they are, or how she is, or I think I know all about them based on what I saw on TV. Yeah, because it's knighting the ring. So the legalities, they couldn't legally talk about that, but what they did was illegal, because I have the sides with it, right? So illegal, an illegal thing, or illegal contract, they did some illegal type of paperwork type stuff with the racism. And Facebook is seeing a lot of flack and blockages because of that. But they, like I said, this is their go-to statement. They love, the people that we're hiring love to say that. And these people want to get paid now. Like, they fall along. Remember I was talking about these people that hate Facebook, because they do stuff like this. They do these little things that they don't have to do. As many people as use Facebook, diversity is not a bad thing.
It's almost a must.
Yeah, and they're talking to the press. They're talking to the press all over the internet because they want them to pay. They want them to pay, and it's not going to be easy. They're slippery. They're a slippery slope. So, ask me the question one more time, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I like trans.
Well, you answered the question. Was it racism, or was it they didn't fit the culture?
Yeah, they did not fit the culture, but it is racism. Yeah, it's purely a racism thing. But it's a long-standing practice that they have been doing for quite some time, and now it's become a burden to them. And these people also are angry, and they want to make them pay because it's racism, and they should pay. But you know how people make you feel like it wasn't you? I feel like when they said something, when they brought it up to HR, to the people, I felt like they made them feel like that's not what this is. Like, what do you call that? Gaslight? No, it's not gaslighting. What is it when they make you believe you crazy? It's in your mind. You just racial. You always thinking about racial stuff.
No, you just didn't fit the culture here, because we here at Facebook think this, and that. No.
I would have been like, how do I not fit the culture? Just like this. You're up at it. Question authority.
So, commercial break. We got one more read in here. Subscribe to Blissful Divination. It is down in the comments. It is down in the description. And tomorrow, we're going to be live on Jen Lynn Tarot at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, blah, 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 blah. Do your own math. We will be live on her channel tomorrow. And then Tuesday, we will be live on her channel for her 60th birthday. So you make sure you have your happy hips over there and tell Jen Lynn happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I got one more that I got to do.
Okay.
Super petty. So get your petty boots out, y'all. Okay.
I'm going to give me some petty boots and I'm going to put them on one day.
I'm going to show y'all a picturation here. Thank you for the Snapchat. Lord Jesus, I ain't that cool to be on Snapchat. What do you call this? Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. Snapchat. I don't even know how to spell Snapchat.
I'm like, what picture you getting?
So this picturation, Andrew Giuliani is the son of Rudy Giuliani. Follow this sentence right fast with me. Andrew Giuliani is the father, stop messing it up. Andrew Giuliani is the son of Rudy Giuliani. Eric Trump is the son of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But both of them look like each other. And both of them look like Gary Busey.
Oh, Lord.
So
after the accident or before the accident?
They all look the same. Now, Gary Busey is not what we're focusing on. I want to know, is Andrew Giuliani and Eric Trump brothers? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Thank you, Sue. They look just alike. So, is Giuliani and Eric Trump related? Mama's baby, Papa's maybe, but we don't know. So
all right, I'm just going to program the two cards, man to be Andrew Giuliani and woman to be Eric Trump, and I'm going to let the cards fall where they may. I ain't going to program that and see what they say. Hey, brother.
Yes, we're going full Maury Povich right now. In the case of Eric Trump and Andrew Giuliani. Now, ain't nobody here to run off stage in case it's wrong.
Or fight. We're going to have to fight up in here. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm getting ready to mess around with some Trump scissors. Let me spray some protection sprays. Smell like spirits. All right. 15. 15.
Okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
You know what I'm gonna do? These bad boys be like, we didn't work. We're gonna have to get another deck because they need clean.
Can somebody tell me, pretty please and thank you, what is the sign of Rudy Giuliani? Is he an earth sign? Oh, these cards is something else. Probably is Gemini. All of them are air signs, aren't they? Pence, Putin, May 28th. Okay, he's Gemini. So what is this then? Okay, one more time. What is Ivana's sign? Since that would be Eric's mother. I wouldn't change my sign. I hear you. February the 20th, Ivana. What is February 20th? Is that Taurus? That's not Taurus. That's too far. That's Aquarius, Pisces. I don't know the zodiacs at all.
When's his birthday?
His birthday, I don't know.
Who are we talking about? Who's Aquarius?
Andrew Giuliani is an Aquarius.
Okay, so he's an Aquarius. Okay.
Ivana is Aries, Pisces. Well, neither one of them is the Queen of Swords, so it doesn't matter at this moment.
Okay. Well, you're already a weirdo. Aquariuses are really quirky. They like to have things they got some quirks to them. My cars is messing with me. They be like, they're saying like they're cut from the same cloth, but they don't have the same dad.
Yeah.
They cut from the same cloth.
I get same person, but I don't know who.
It's like they cut from the same cloth. So we have both of them together with the sides, right? We have the family card, right? Like, but the family card is not. It's like brother from another mother or something like that. They say stuff like that. It's like they are, they cut from the same cloth, whatever they take that to mean. They're not related. They just cut from the same cloth. They're brother from another mother. They both worry about their personal reputations. They both like to play the media for their own personal reasons. Who's the dude? The dude is what did I say that was? I said the man was Andrew Giuliani. So Andrew Giuliani has father issues. They're telling me everything. He got father issues, but that's his father. And they're telling me that Eric Trump is a snake. They just cut from the same cloth. But no, they're not. They're not brothers. Yeah. Eric Trump is all about money and whatever. But yeah, so they tell me every little single thing, but no, yeah, they're just self-seeking. They all about themselves, very selfish, very whatever, but no, they're not related. That's my story.
I get they can be traced to the same person. They have lineage that is alike. I can't figure out who. Now here I finally get the Empress and the Hermit. I get the Hermit in the other deck with the penis hat on right there. So I get him, and then I get the Kid and the Four of Cups. There is This was not a child born out of passion and love for one another. This was some sort of consoling thing, and then they got down with the get down because somebody had some sort of feelings, and then a child was born. And I don't know who was who, if it was Trump and his mother, or if it was Giuliani and old girl, because I know people saying they used to have swinger parties back in the day. But I think they got the same family tree.
The anchor is close to them, so
They got the same.
it's possible. It's possible that they're not brothers, they could be cousins.
They got the same family tree. Jesus, they look just alike. Well, thank y'all so much for coming out.
Yes, you guys.
All week.
I'm so excited. I got to hang with Johnny by myself.
So I've been live all week other than Monday, and like I said, that was when Adrienne told her ghost stories. And you said, is it next Monday?
The 26th.
26th. They will be doing it again, and Shay will be there too. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out on Red Lentil Healing. Tomorrow, I will be live with Jen Lynn and the House of Lenormand on Jen Lynn Tarot, and we will be doing our regular reads on there. And then Tuesday, take your happy hips over there and tell Jen Lynn Tarot happy birthday.
I got one more thing. Thursday, me, Susan Lynn, Red Lentil Healing, and Lavette Reader are going to be doing the High Sedity live stream. So we're going to be doing it Thursday night before then on my channel. So we're going to be High Sedity.
What time?
7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Thursday night.
And that's this Thursday.
Yes.
Yes. So 7 p.m. this Thursday. Blissful Divination, and the channel is in the description below. So let me make sure I hit the right god darn button this time. Okay. So thank y'all very much, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.